Now this guy right here is a true and pure thug in the flesh. Shout out to Alabama Thorn for sending me the story. The link will be in the description. In this image, you have a picture of what I call the road rage thug by the name of Scott Weatherly. Now this guy took road rage to a whole nother level. When I was just sitting here reading the details, I'm like, was it really that serious that you had to go and do everything that you just did? So basically, he got into a road rage incident with this woman, and he was so mad that this woman did whatever it is she did, because apparently whatever she did was uh, that extreme to him, that he ended up chasing her off of the road, off of the interstate, into a parking lot where she finally parked, got out of his car, and then tackled her, and then started beating on her. And then when other people tried to come and help him, he backed up off of her, got in his car, and then tried to run them over and her. Now, I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if they caught him yet, because they said that he was caught on surveillance camera. But I'm gonna read into the story, and we're gonna get more information. It says the moment an out-of-control man tackled a woman and nearly ran her over in a road rage dispute has been caught on surveillance camera. Scott Weatherly, whom they say is a suspect caught on cameras in connection with the assault Friday in a Walgreens parking lot. A police spokesman told DailyMail.com late Wednesday that Heatherly had not yet surrendered to authorities, as his family had previously said he would. We don't expect him to surrender this evening. Heatherly has already been charged in absentia with assault and 2 counts of property damage, and has been held pending bail of $50,000 when he is taken into custody. The shocking incident unfolded on Friday evening at about 5:30 p.m. on the southern outskirts of St. Louis, when a female driver saw a dark pickup truck tailgating her on Interstate 55 and flashing its lights. Concerned for her safety, the woman called her husband for help, and he advised her to pull over into a well-lit parking lot somewhere with people around. The woman pulled off the freeway and into the parking lot of a Walgreens, but the pickup truck followed her and parked behind her, boxing her in. Surveillance video of the incident shows the pickup driver exiting his vehicle and kicking the woman's car multiple times. She reported that he was screaming about her throwing something out of her car on the interstate, but she had no idea what he was talking about. When he returned to his truck, the woman is seen getting out of the car to take a picture of his license plate. Suddenly, he jumps out and charges at her, tackling her to the ground. Snatching her cell phone, he hurls it off into the parking lot and stumps back to his car. Shaken, the woman stands up and goes to retrieve her phone, as several bystanders who witnessed the attack rush over, including one off-duty Jefferson County Sheriff's deputy. As the Good Samaritans surround the pickup truck, attempting to prevent it from leaving, the suspect guns the engine and pulls out, nearly striking several people. The shaken victim was left with scraped hands and knees in the assault, and her phone was damaged. She's afraid to go outside, Arnold Police Lieutenant James Jones told the Post-Dispatch. She's still shaken up and scared. The suspect, Heatherly, has prior convictions for assault, domestic assault, endangering the welfare of a child, and violating an order of protection. Well, that's not so shocking to hear, considering all of this shit that he just did right here. He lives less than a mile from where the attack took place on the 3800 block of Petrified Forest Drive. This guy did all of that because he assumed that this woman threw something out of the window of her car. What is he, the goddamn litter police? People throw shit out of their window all the time. Trash, cigarettes, you name it. But he was that irate because he assumed that she threw something out of her window, followed her to a parking lot, and then attacked her. Like, the footage of it is rather disgusting and disturbing. Like, he literally went over there and tackled this woman and started to kick on her. But like I said, when they say he has all these other charges against him, it doesn't surprise me that this guy actually did this and had no guilty conscience afterwards. You can just tell by looking at this mugshot right here, or this picture of him from probably some previous charges that he had against him, that he is not right in the head. And he looks like a big tough.